Ultraman Omega Episode 3.
Yeah.
Beware the Cold Wave.
Yes, we get our first, Kaiju companion in this. Rekiness. Telekinesis in Japanese, I believe is what it means. Pretty cool design. I mean, we've all seen the toys and figures for this guy. Really cool. And we also have Pegunos, which is a penguin-themed kaiju. Extremely Ultra Q Peguila inspired. Peguila would turn into a black cloud and travel around the world, freezing things up. Had anti-gravity abilities, and pretty much Pegunos is
pretty much the
almost a copy and paste
skill set here. Different design.
A totally different design.
The skill set was, could Peguila make the the portals for other objects?
No, it didn't do the portaling thing. No, but it lifted objects and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess we start off. I think that we're gonna be getting these slice of life little bits in these episodes where they're always back at the warehouse, and
Serato's just eating again.
Man, the comedy in this is just off the charts. I honestly, I feel bad for Kosei because he just needs a day off. We need a Kosei's day off OVA special where he's just chilling and relaxing and he's just by himself because the anxiety that Serato puts this guy through is just it's crazy. Yeah. So IU comes to speak with Serato about kaiju because it's a new term to the world and he seems to know a lot about it, and as her being, I guess, a kaiju biologist now, or a very early form of one, she wants to know about what are kaiju, what is this, how do you know about them so much? I'm tasked by the government to be doing research on these things and I don't know anything as to what I'm doing, so I'm just looking for some insight. So
and then she's like, "Is Omega a kaiju?" She goes, "No, I'm Omega." He flat out. And then Kosei's like, "No, that's not what he means at all." Don't. Yeah. She's like, and she's and then
so he starts naming the kaiju, which he's like, "How do you know these names?" And he's like, "Oh, He's like, "I forget." He kind of explains the whole amnesia.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Oh, so he doesn't."
But he's like, "I know." He's like, I get these feelings, and I know."
Yeah. And then
about them.
He almost he pulls out his slugger, and then she's like, "What the hell was that?" And then
he does the full this and catches the slugger and goes. He's just
he's like, "No,
stop!
It's just a magic trick. He's don't.
He's practicing.
He's just don't. It's nothing. It's just and it's and then he's just whispering to her, and it's she's a scientist. She's not an idiot.
She's got to figure this out in at least 2 to 3 episodes. If she doesn't, then I don't know.
Yeah, she's a smart person. She should know by now. Even this episode's blatant.
Yeah.
And then Serato just starts sniffing and he's like, "All right, let's go." And I don't know how he smelt it from this far away, but they get on a damn train, a 2-hour train ride, and they go to the mountains where Serato landed naked in the beginning. He's like, "Oh, this is where I woke up naked." And she's like, "You woke up naked here? Did you report this to the authorities?" And then Serato's like, "No." And she's like, "You didn't do this, Kosei?" And he's like, She's like, "You guys got to go through the proper channels." And he just keeps sniffing around and whatever. And he gets over this side by the rocks, and he's picking up these huge boulders, and Chris is like, "Put the damn rock," he's picking up these rocks that are probably 300 pounds, they're nothing, and he's like, "Don't do that." He's like, "I'll pretend to dig here and I'll look around."
He's like, "I will do the lifting."
Yes.
You don't lift anything. Because he's like, Serato has no gauge for what a normal human's strength is. So he's like, I'll do the digging, because there was this something was drawing him to this little cubby hole. So he's like, I'll dig it out. I'll dig it out for you. So, as Kosei's doing the digging, a black portal appears
The cloud
up above. Yeah, a black cloud from above comes, and then Pegunos comes down, flying. He is cooling off his feet, and they explain that nullifies gravity.
The extreme cold temperatures nullify the gravity. Yeah. So that's how he can fly. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept because penguins can't really fly, but if it's got like these freezing powers, that's pretty cool.
It makes sense. Like, I guess in the science of the show, it makes sense. So Serato quickly whisk Ayu away, and she's just like, obviously something weird's happening, and she can't quite call out that seemed a little superhuman over there.
Yeah, well, he starts kicking up winds, and at this point, Koisei has found a strange rock, and he gets sucked into the air, and he grabs him, and then pulls him down, and then she's about to get sucked into the air, and he grabs her, so she doesn't get blown away, and he's like, "You got to get out of here." So, and she's like, "Thank you for saving me." So the two of them got blown away, but why didn't he? Right? So
he's able to stand on the ground and pull her back down. She just takes off
to somewhere. We don't know where she goes. Koisei's still running around with this rock. And then Serato turns into Omega, and the rock begins to glow, and Omega's fighting Pegunos, and this rock turns into this thing. It looks like a transformer, honestly. But then boom, we get Rekiness appears, and he's just kind of standing there, doing nothing. And then Omega's kind of struggling here, and then Koisei's like, "Hey, help him out." And then we see this kind of whole warp thing where they almost kind of link up.
Yeah.
And
he's definitely bonded.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah.
And this is definitely presented a lot differently than I imagined it. From the advertising, I thought that maybe he henshins into it, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like it is a true companion kaiju.
Yeah, it's the power of bonds. They bond merged.
Yeah. Yes, they bond merged.
Yeah. We'll talk about that at another time, guys.
Yes.
But yeah. So they merged in a bond way, and he's like, yeah. So then it kind of triggers him, and he begins to fight. And we find out he's got these telekinetic abilities, and they're bashing on Pegunos. He's hitting him with the horn, and then he lifts up a bunch of these rocks, tons of boulders. It's just a storm of rocks, and he just throws them all at Pegunos and braces his legs so he can't move. And then Omega hits him with the reticulate beam, blows him up, and everyone lives happily ever after. No, so
except for Kosei, he does not live happily ever after.
So he's miserable.
He is hurting in the worst way psychologically.
Now he is drained, almost like Serato is when he turns into Omega. He's even kind of I'm really tired. The two of them are beat up, kind of holding each other up. Ayu finds him, and she's like, "Oh, thank you so much, Serato. I didn't get to thank you for saving me back there." And Koi says, "Oh yeah, whatever." He's like, "We don't leave anyone behind." And she's like, "All right, well, I gotta go. There's 2 new kaiju popped up, so I gotta go report this. See you guys later. And I'm gonna go leave you guys here in the wilderness after a kaiju attack. And you guys can just kind of stay back and talk to each other." And then
well, one thing that I do want to note about this conversation, and at the beginning of the episode, Serato was very informal with Ayu, which I know in Japanese culture is you don't do that. And at the end of this episode, she goes, "You saved my life. We're friends now. You can be informal with me now." And we're 3 episodes in. I know people are kind of knocking on this slow pace of this series somehow, but 3 episodes in, he is not only has amnesia, but he is learning what it means to be a human.
Yeah.
You know, which is kind of one of the things that we know that Ultraman loves to defend. He loves humanity and everything about it. And this Ultra is learning about humanity. Yeah. You know, first episode he learns what a kind person is. Second episode, he learns how it is to save somebody that he doesn't know. And in this episode, he's made another friend. Yeah. So I have a feeling, you know, he is slowly going to become more and more human throughout this series. Which, you know, I think is like a really cool concept for an Ultra. Because a lot of times when we do get these hostless Ultras, they kind of already have like their whole personality and everything figured out.
This is different because of the amnesia.
Yeah, because of the amnesia, like he's kind of learning everything fresh.
Yeah. And we're seeing a lot of callbacks. You know, we have like this episode was like had an Ultra Q callback. Looks like we're gonna have like a snakes coming up, almost reminiscent of Ultra 7 fighting Nurse. We're gonna have the second companion monster that looks like a robot kind of show up, and that's gonna be bringing back Gomorrah. We got some really cool callbacks coming down the line here. So
yeah, but I think
this week's episode is the moles, I believe.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But we still have, you know, I kind of cut you off there at the end of the episode because now we roll into Kosei and Serato talking with each other in front of this house, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have this like egg thing, Kaiju Rekiness," and it becomes like a little anthropomorphic dinosaur and goes on his shoulder and is like, ah.
Yeah, and he starts screaming. He's like, ah, like, and
he absolutely loses it because I don't think this man could take another weird thing happening.
Yeah, the little monster thing almost reminded me of that '90s movie. Set of movies of Prehysteria with the little dinosaurs. I was like, oh, this is giving me Prehysteria vibes right here.
Yeah, it felt very stop motion.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Like the way it moves.
Yeah,
and he was just like, I can't take this.
Yeah, I really can't wait to see like what that relationship's going to turn into. Is it going to be like a pet? Now he's going to feed him, Serato, and the kaiju.
I might. I know we're recording this pretty late, but I might try to watch that episode tonight. Episode 4.
Yeah,
because it's premiering as we record.
Yeah, it premieres at 8:30 Eastern time on Fridays.
Yeah.
But, really digging the series so far. I mean, it does seem a little slower, but I think it's paced fine. Like you said, there's lessons being learned. He's got amnesia. I don't find it to be slow, but it's slower-ish. But I think people are very overstating that, though. I think the pace is proper, and I think once it gets going, it's going to be going. I think it's perfect right now.
Yeah, no, I love it.
The first episode went so hard too, so like, they can't be knocking it out like that every episode. There's budgets here, people.